Hi, my name is Ernie Wilson, and I'm the maker and distributor of the Triax Stand rifle rest. And for the people that purchased the Ranger rifle rest, I just want to give you a few little pointers here once you receive it to help you get out onto the field quickly and enjoyably. Anyhow, when you receive this Ranger rifle rest, you have two parts. You'll have the Tri-Stand, which will have the assembled top on it, and you'll have the platform that goes on top of the assembly part. On top of this Tri-Stand, you'll have two T-knobs with double hold nuts on the other side. Loosen both T-knobs that the nuts fall off, pick the nuts out, and pull your bolts out. Set those to the side and bring the platform that goes on the top back out, and then just put that in the groove and push it straight down in. Sometimes it goes a little snug, but it'll go in. And you make sure it bottoms out. Then you go back to your parts that you took out. You have a double hold nut, is what I like to call it. It has a protruding side on one side and a flat side on the other. The side that's protruding, just walk over to your rest, take it like this, and drop it right in the rest. Do the same thing on the other side. The protruding part of the nut extends in, and just drop it into the rest. Then I like to use the bolt here to help line this up, but I go to here and I slide this bolt and the hole right up to the edge of the UHMW. Then I slide this in here and spin it, and it catches right onto the thread that's in there ahead of it. And I do the same thing for this side. I use the bolt, I slide it up to the edge, that lines me up for the hole inside, and I spin the nut onto this side. Now, once you do that, you can loosen these back up, I'd say 3 or 4 turns at least, and that will allow you to move this rest backwards or slide it forward, whatever suits you. I prefer it back to about here for my shooting purposes, and I'm sure you will too after you experiment a little bit. Then just tighten these nuts back down, and now it's ready to receive your rifle, and it swivels all different directions. This tripod can sit on unlevel ground, and the top will still level up for you. So now I want to show you about inserting the rifle. When you insert the rifle in here, keep your sling on the outside, don't put it in the rest, and put the rear of your gun back here at these 2 posts. These posts are made out of aluminum, which are flexible, and you can bend forward, backwards, in and out to suit your rifle thickness. This one here is set up pretty good to this. I like them snug. So when I pull back, I hold the front post and I pull back and wiggle the gun, that it pops in there kind of nice and snug, and the strap in the back keeps it from going back any further. And what that does is that eliminates any movement of your rifle. It solids it right up. So now you can shoot it any direction, 360, up, down, on an uneven hillside or whatever. Now there's a knob on the bottom here that you can tighten down. And if you tighten that the whole way down, this top platform doesn't move at all. I mean, it's rock solid. There's also a hook here on the bottom that you can add a bag or a weight to help recoil up, or you can hang a bag there just to store your stuff in during the day while you're hunting to keep it up off the ground. There's another little feature here that has two T handles on this light, and what this is for, it slides in it up and down to be out of your way, whatever type of gun you want to use or how you want to use it. But you can loosen one of these ends, okay, and that'll allow this to swivel out on the right side or on the left side, whichever you prefer, forward, backwards, anywhere you want it. You just snug the nut back down and it's nice and solid. And then it's a 1/4-20 hole through here, which will fit a camera, spot and scope, binocular bracket, whatever else you want to mount on there to see. Like some people will take a spot and scope and slide it the whole way back to here and tighten it down, and you can you can use your spotting scope back here and look through the spotting scope instead of your rifle, and when you decide to shoot, you can verify what you're shooting at if it's what you want to take. I would still take your spotting scope off here because the recoil is still going to jar your spotting scope, so I wouldn't let anything on there while you're shooting, unless it's a real small caliber rifle. But anyway, you can put this back up here, slide it back up. These retaining nuts slide and follow the whole thing, and that way you always have both your nuts for out in the field, both nuts and wing washers to tighten down and use for your camera or spotting scope or whatever you want. You just tighten these down and they're nice and solid. That's about all you have to do to assemble this. Now remember, make sure these locking tabs always stay nice and snug when you're operating them. If they get a little loose, what will happen is there's a nut underneath here you can tighten, and if you don't keep it snug, when you push down on the tripod, the leg will slide a little, so you got to learn to keep an eye on how tight the handles are down on it. And then there's a nut under here on all three sides that you can tighten on the bottom, and that makes the leg stiff to move in and out. So if you like your tripod to be nice and stiff moving in and out, you want to tighten them nuts more. Other than that, that's it, and happy hunting. Thank you.